Hello, my Peregrini friends. Welcome back to the PereCabin series. Well, it's been a long time I do not record, but yeah, it doesn't matter. So we have just finished our delivery to Napoli. Uh, I was thinking about so many things to talk about, and I forgot all of them as soon as I pressed the record button. But yeah, anyway, so here we are at the PereCabin. Oh yeah, I remember now. In the past episode, we bought a new truck, a Scania, but I honestly do not know how to change my driving truck without having to go back to the main garage, to my garage, right? So I do not want to go back to the garage doing like fast travel. If I go there, I probably would have to drive to Salzburg. That's where my main garage is. So what oh, no, wrong button. Here, I just need to make sure that my garage is actually, I have three, right? So I have one in Salzburg. Yeah, that's where I am. Oh no, I am in Poznan. Oh, what's happening? Oh, I am in Poznan. So this is me. And if I want to drive the new truck, I have to come to Salzburg. And then I can pick up the truck, right? So that's this new Scania here that I created, this racing truck at the end of the past episode. But yeah, anyway, Luke has not yet even started driving it. We have our Volvo since the very beginning. And now let's look for jobs here in Napoli that are very short, but they are still above our installments in the bank. By the way, I don't remember if I did it in during the video or if I did it after the video, but I did my banking thing that I've shown in so many episodes ago, and now I managed to reduce my installment to 11,500 euros a day, so I can get any job that is above this pay rate, meaning that I can get shorter jobs, and the videos are actually shorter as well and better to watch and easier for me to also create them. So let's see. We have here by route length, Napoli Ajaccio. It is about taking 2 boats. Then we have from Napoli to Terni. Oh, they're very good pay. Very, very good. Or to Catania. Down here, there is a boat that we have to take. And to Milan. Oh, I've not been to Milan. But, oh, where is it? Oh, jeez. When you play so many games that have different controls, you get yourself used to it. And then you make a mistake. So I think I can take this from Napoli to Milano. Right? No, it's too far. The payment, it's the same. Oh, the same as this one's to Terni. But I've never been to Milano. Let's see the job prospects here in Terni. Oh, they're good. They are actually good. What? My mouse is broken, I think. I'm not gonna use my mouse. Let me take it off. I'm using my touchpad. Let's go back to the freight market. Here in Napoli, we have this one to Terni. It's 44 tons. Or this one 6 tons. This is easier. We have this one's 45. Even though I think my truck is capable of doing it, it's a lot of work, to be honest. I think I'm gonna take this one to Milano. This is a double. No, it's not. It's a single trailer. Yeah, let's go to Milano. This is the one that I'm gonna take. I don't want to take those big ones. I need to rest. No. I need to rest. Let me see. Am I parked somewhere? Oh, I just made the delivery, right? So yeah, let's pick up. Oh my god, the sound is too loud. Yep. And by the way, Ari complained that the audio was too loud, and I need to make sure that in the during the editing phase I don't screw up again, so the game isn't that loud. Anyway, so let's go here. I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about, right? I still have the questions from Ari, but I do not have them close to me. Maybe I can just open my phone here while going slow, because then I can control. Let me open my notes and see what are the pending questions that I have, because I've been actually writing my story for ETK series, and yesterday, literally today is Monday, so yesterday, Sunday, it was between Sunday and Monday during the night I actually published, because I was late. I wanted to release it on Thursday, but 3 days late. Yeah, it's fine. 4 days maybe, I don't know, I'm not making maths anymore. So I've been actually giving a lot of my time to write, and I keep forgetting stuff because, you know, I forget stuff. I'm a normal person. And yeah, so I am looking at my phone here while driving. At the same time, I am gonna hit a car. My god. So I am going to pick up my delivery to Milano, and in the meantime, oh, police, I cannot. So one thing I wanted to say is welcome to the PereCabin. So what are you up to? Are you fine? Is everything okay? So you just sat in my truck and I didn't even welcome you, right? You sat here, you are on board of the truck with me, and I didn't even do the proper welcoming, right? What are my manners? I'm so sorry. I'm very, very sorry, you know. It's not everyone who have manners, and I don't think I'm one of them. Oh my god, I didn't look to see if there were cars. That's good that it is night. It's the volume of traffic is smaller. So now I have, is it this? Is it here? Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, it's here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Where am I? That's a very narrow alley. I could have gone through the main road, I think. And I think it would be faster, you know. But yeah, so let's see. Oh yeah, I have here some questions. I found it, the document, I just cannot read. But here it is. So many questions that I have no idea on how to answer, because I didn't, well, I read it in the past, I think 2 weeks from now, but I don't remember them. I'm gonna read some of them within myself here. And I noticed that I actually pre-answered some of them. Well, I'm going too fast. I cannot go this fast here, so I'm sorry. The thing here is, what is your favorite fictional character? And what is your favorite character from a video game? I think I can answer this one now. My favorite character is from a book I read. which is called Timeline from Michael Crichton. It's the same writer as Jurassic Park or Contact. It's a science fiction, and the theme is of the book is kind of similar to what I am writing. Well, on the ATK series, not similar, but it's how I started thinking of the world, because I read the book when I was 14, 15 maybe. And yeah, it was actually really, really cool, the book Timeline. And when I finished the book, they released the movie, which is not as good as the book. It kind of felt missing many things, but like many adaptations of books, right? But it doesn't matter. It was with the actor from the Fast and Furious, the blonde guy. I forgot his name. The Brian, before he died. So he was the main character of the story. But yeah, the book, the name of the character, the one that I liked, isn't even the main character. It's Marek. He's a Polish historian who, in the book, they travel to the past, and he is just a historian teacher. And I actually liked so much the character that I took the name. It was my first nickname online ever, because that's when I actually got into the internet. I was 14 years old. And I started using the nickname. The nickname Peregrinos came really, really after many, many years, which is the one that I am actually using now. And even back in the days, some friend of mine, they came up that all of our nicknames, because we were all the same group, right, of friends, all our nicknames, they actually had to end with a Z. So I became Marex. I don't even know how to pronounce, because I always only wrote it. When was it? 2002, 2003 maybe? Yeah, long time ago. Yeah, and then they had their own nicknames. One was Loki, because of Loki from the Nord. So he was always like making contradictions, and well, not contradictions, but yeah, it was fun times. There was a Satanize as well, and Mavericks, and others. What is Punisher? He didn't use the Z in the end because it didn't fit, but yeah, we all had our own nicknames based on characters that we actually liked. So yeah, the favorite character of mine was Marek from the Timeline book. Mostly because I actually always liked time travel stories. Well, that's when I was first introduced to it. I was first introduced to the double slit experiment. Today I have a very different understanding of it, but yeah, it's so many things that I actually started questioning and going after in my own life that derived from the reading of this book. My interest for physics, my interest for history, my interest in writing, because I read so much and then I started to feel like empty, and then I decided to write my own story because I wanted to participate in them, not only as a reader but as the creator. And mysticism, occultism, and all of those things that usually go along with this type of subject, right? Okay, I think I can go. I am going. Yep. I'm going towards Bari and going to Milano, right? I think I will have to make a stop somewhere. Let me just plan the stop now. No, I'm not gonna plan to stop now. I still have 7 hours. So it's 70 the limit here. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I always liked reading, because reading at the time, the video games, they always had compelling stories, but they were not like reading. And even movies, they were always like very, very interesting, but they never felt like a movie, right? I mean, they never felt like a book. So that's pretty much it. And the first, and the reason why I started reading was because I was bored, to be honest. There was no internet. I couldn't play video game. It was a Mega Drive, because my brother was sleeping or something, but I couldn't go. It was very early in the morning, and I couldn't sleep anymore, like really, really early. Even my parents were asleep. So I saw this book from school that I actually never read. I had never read it, and said, okay, I'm gonna read it. It's a Brazilian book. The name of the book, maybe I have mentioned here, it's called Gênio do Crime. So it's the crime mastermind, and it is from when the story takes place on, I think, in the 90s or mid 80s. And it's about you know, those collectibles that you have an album and then figurine. It's not figurine, it's stickers, like World Cup stickers and that type of stuff. So there are some kids, they like stickers and they like to buy stickers, but there are so many fake stickers being sold in the streets, and they complain with the companies that don't do anything about it. So they decided to become the investigators, right? And the police could never catch the people selling it, because when they were trailing the sellers of the fake stickers, they always had like some sort of technique to escape people trailing you, even by car or on foot or on motorcycle. So it was all about like taking a bus, and then you get out of the bus after X number of stops, you take a train and you walk across the road, and you do all of those many things that it becomes hard for you to follow them. And the kids, they came up with the idea that, okay, let's do a reverse trailing, right? So their assumption was the sellers, they always come to work on a straight line. They will never make this, because you cannot start trailing someone from where you don't know, right? So they did the reverse. Every day in the morning, they would look to see where the seller was coming from, and because they are kids, it's easier to how do I say, to mingle between the crowd, right? So it was like the person was always arriving at around 11 a.m. at the spot to sell their the stickers. And they say, okay, at 11, the person comes from here. So we arrive at the spot and look at what time they arrive and from where. And then they go to the next, and earlier until they arrived at the person's home at around 6 in the morning. They looked, okay, the person is coming from that corner, so in 5 minutes, the next day, we will be on that corner to see where the person comes from, and which bus they actually drop off, and then they take the earliest bus as possible to see where the person pick up the bus, in which stop, and then on the next day they are at that stop waiting for the bus to see where the person is coming from. So it's kind of a reverse. And for me, for my, I think it was 12-year-old, for my 12-year-old mind was, oh my god, that's so genius, right? And I was hooked. I read the book in a day. It was a very small book, written especially for teenagers, or even kids. I don't know, don't remember, but very interesting book. I forgot the name of the writer, unfortunately, but it's any research we can find it. And yeah, that's how I started loving books, because the stories were always compelling and bringing me to, I want to read another story. I want to see what else I can learn, like stupid things, but I was always learning, right? So, and then I came to the timeline. I learned about the double slit experiment. I wanted to know if it was real or not, if it was actually created in the book by Crichton, and I discovered it was not. It was an early 1900 experiment. And the same thing with the Jurassic Park book, which I read. It's amazing. I didn't read the next book that Crichton wrote about Jurassic Park. It's The Lost World. I actually didn't buy it. I remember I was living in Australia. When I lived in Australia, I bought the Jurassic Park book to read on the airplane when leaving. So I read it, but I didn't buy the continuation. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I don't remember why, and I just forgot about it. I'm reminding myself now. And there is the Contact book as well that I actually read, and then I went to watch the movie, which also implies so many spiritual with a scientific view. And that brings me to the holographic universe, that is written and talked by Michael Talbot, the Irish person. I would say professor, but I don't think he was a professor. He was just a normal person without pedigree, right? And he wrote and talked about it until he made an interview, and then he disappeared. So, which this then brings me to another question that Ari made. So I think this is a very good connection that I can make. And he's here. Do we live in a he says like this: do we live in a simulation? Maybe there is an infinite amount of parallel universes. And then there is a parenthesis with his own comment. I cannot read. There's just a second. Just tell the theories you believe in about what is our world existence. Yeah, this comes to the Matrix movie as well, because actually when I watched the Matrix movie was around the same time that I was learning all of these things, so I couldn't catch, because I didn't have the background I have now, and I maybe should rewatch the movie somehow. Just to see what I missed at the time, because it's been like 20 years I don't watch the movie, maybe more. I didn't rewatch it. I watched it when I was 15, 16, into early 2000s. I couldn't watch it on the cinema because it was age restricted, and my age, I almost hit the truck. I'm sorry. Don't need to worry. We are not gonna crash here. You are sitting. You have your belt tucked on you, so that's fine. And yeah, so I couldn't watch. I watched it only when it came on VHS. VHS, oh my god, or was it DVD? I don't remember. But yeah, it was a long time ago, and at a friend's house, because he wanted to watch, and he was always inviting us to watch movies at his place, and we would always gather at his home, like many of us, and watch movie, eat some popcorn, so on and so forth. And I watched it. I didn't understand the thing because I think I was too young, but it doesn't matter. I still have 4 hours before I plan for a stop here. 3 hours now. Okay, no, I'm not gonna watch. The day is coming up. So anyway, back to what I was talking about, the movies. And the simulation theory that Ari asked. And by the way, I hope about the character it has answered your question. I do not have a favorite video game character that I can tell like immediately. I don't remember. I never looked at video game characters the way I looked at books or movies characters. Because on video games, I always think that I am the character and not role-playing. Well, I am role-playing a character in a world, so I am the character. So and it's not like I'm watching something. I am participating in something. And I think that's why some games don't have soul, because they don't make you the actor. They always make you the viewer, the spectator, right? And I think it kind of ties to the lack of soul in games. Anyway, back to the simulation theory. I think simulation is just a word used nowadays because that's what we can understand, right? That's our society. We are always talking about simulation, about all of the pretending stuff within a digital world, which is also, I am pretending to be a truck driver, but I've never driven a truck in my life. So, and I'm pretending that you are sitting with me. So this is a simulation already. So it is a layer within a layer that we are also calling simulation because we lack words. In the past, people would say that we, like in the Hinduism, they say that this is just a dream, or there is a better word for it, but I forgot, I'm sorry. That this is just a dream, and we are living in a dream. It's a fiction. But because dream has been something that is already detached from us, we don't take dreams seriously anymore. We cannot say that life is a dream, because it would imply that we shouldn't take life seriously anymore, right? So that's why we are using the word simulation, because on the simulation we can still pretend that it is important, that it has some value, right? A simulation has a value. The same way as the dream that you have inside your head. It is not some sort of psychotic moment within yourself. Like, if you start to think that when you dream, you are actually living, because it doesn't matter what happened in the dream, when you wake up, when you are back into the simulation, just using the same word, the experience that you had in the dream comes with you. So you lived that thing. It doesn't matter if it is right, if it is wrong in this simulation, but the experience does live inside you. So maybe you learn how to better hammer a nail during your dream, and then when you think like, was it a dream? Let me test. And then you actually is capable of doing something that you learned in a dream. It's what? It's like, what? Like there were so many. I like to play guitar. I used to like to play guitar, and there was, when I was learning, I was also dreaming a lot about it. And I learned so many things in my dream about playing the guitar, that when I touched the guitar, I actually knew how to do it, as if I practiced during the dream. I am not a master guitarist or guitar player. No, I am not. It doesn't make me one. But some of the skills that I've learned in my dream, I managed to bring it with me. So I lived whatever that was. And the same here is in the simulations that we are. Like, there are so many kids nowadays that learn how to drive a car in a simulation. And then games like BMG, for example, or other simulations that the people used to on driving schools, right? And then when they sit on the car, they know how to do so. You can transfer the knowledge from a dream to the real world, or from a simulation to the real world. Yeah, of course, there are some adaptations to be made, because they are different realms, if we use the word, but it is transferable, right? It requires you to actually practice in the realm that you are, So you get you master it in the realm that you are. So let's say, for example, on my example on the guitar, I learned some tricks on in my dream, and then when I came to the real life, this realm that you are watching me, we I struggle a little bit to replicate, but I did. And there was no teacher, there was no one who actually taught me how to do it. So I mean, in the real life, right? Let me just plan where I'm gonna stop here. Okay, so there is one here. Okay, why this scroll is not working? Okay, I'm gonna stop here for a rest. But it required the adaptation to this world, and then I managed. So there was this Green Day music that is that I learned how to play, that required me to use only the fingers, like many fingers, and coordination with the fingers. So I learned how to coordinate my fingers in the dream, not the music itself, but the coordination of my fingers. And then when I came to this life, I already knew how to coordinate them. Yeah, struggling a little bit, but still, it transferred. I wouldn't say 100% transfer, but I would say about 40% transfer. It's a huge improvement, right? Just by sleeping, you know. So it brings me back to a comment I wanted to say, that he asks here, what do you believe? Believe, like using the word belief. It is not a belief, it's a experience. So I lived it. So it is not a belief anymore. For me, it is real. So I experienced it, so it is not a belief anymore. I don't have to prove or anything like this. It simply is. And when we talk about simulation, about all of the theories that people talk about, and most of them come from their own experiences. Not, they may be psychotic or whatever name you want to give, it doesn't matter, but they always come from experience and not belief. You until you oh my god, trying to park and speak it suddenly became hard. So let's take a nap here. You as well, sitting on the cabin, like take your time. And I am gonna take my time. So let's just take a rest until we are fully rested, and then I'll come back. So yeah, we just rested a little bit. You ate, I ate. You went to this bus stop, and not bus stop. Oh my god, this it's a station. And took a shower. You took your shower. I took my shower. And anyway, so coming back, it stops being a belief and becomes a tangible experience. I am repeating myself here. So the problem is when people cannot replicate, because everything is very subjective. So it is based on the person itself, and your experience is your experience. My experience is my experience. We may have some sort of objective truth in it, but the subjective will be stronger. So let's say, for example, I learned how to a few tricks on the guitar, right? On my dream state. You may learn how to tap dance with your feet on your dream state, and then you brought it to the real life, to the material world. The objective part is that we transferred some skill. The subjective is the skill itself. So the experience, when people talk about spiritualism, holographic universe, or whatever you want to say, it's the objective part is that it is possible. The subjective part is what is possible for you. It's the next thing. It's like the thing itself. And when we talk about the holographic universe, it is about being able to create your own reality. It comes with that book. The first time I connected with this idea was from the book. What is the one that you just wish for things and then they suddenly appear? I forgot the name. For me, it was I didn't pay much attention, but the idea was interesting. I wanted to understand more, and that's how I came to the holographic universe, which is very scientific. And people managed to replicate experiences, but the people who made the experience, they were always silenced. Why? Not my. I have my theories, but it is more about control, right? Imagine that you can create your own reality the way you want it to be, like grounded within the possibilities of the material realm. Okay, there are some laws. For example, the gravity exists, but if you want to overcome gravity, you have to be very, very clever. That's why we have airplanes, we have wings, and we have propulsion and all of this. That's how you beat gravity. There is a big effort. It's gonna be hard, but it's not impossible. So the laws, they exist until you are capable of breaking them within the law. And this comes with the simulation theory and all of this mumbo jumbo that you can create your own reality, and that you say that I just do some affirmations and so on and so forth. No, you can do the affirmation, you have to believe it, and the intention is actually key here. What is your intention? I think I briefly mentioned it in one of the videos about the intention of this YouTube channel. I have no intention with it, so that's why I'm not going anywhere. But in terms of success on YouTube, right? That's the only metric I can come up with. But my intention is kind of different, which is my self expression. So I am expressing myself here, and on this metric I feel I am successful because I am expressing myself. There are people watching it. The only one I know is Ari. There are other people watching it. I don't know, they never manifested themselves. And if you are one of them, please write a comment, interact, come to the Discord, yeah, that's pretty much it. Show yourself, like, and I don't mind. If you want to keep yourself to yourself, it's fine as well. Anyway, so it is always about the intention, on the reason why you do the things that you do. And most of the times people don't even know why they are doing what they do. And this is what in the spirituality, how can I say, group of people, I notice that they don't get it. The majority, I'm gonna say about the majority, right? Because that's with whom we have the biggest probability to contact with. And there are exceptions everywhere, okay? And people think that things will just manifest by themselves, right? Without having the proper intention. So, okay, I want to make money. So how do I make money? You have to move. You don't just sit down and wait for the money to come, right? I need money. I do need money, but I actually don't know how to move myself to actually make money other than just getting a job. Yeah, that's my limitation. I need to overcome my own limitation. Some people, they have their own limitation, and this comes back to the subjective part as well. So everything in this world is subjective, and when you understand the subjectivity of the world, it gets easier to relate to people in a way that it's weird, because you understand that they may not understand you, and it's fine. You know, it's the acceptance that people may not understand you, and it's okay. When you see that when you can actually live with someone not understanding you, and it is fine, people start to look at you differently. Some of them feel threatened because this is a question I heard a few times. It's like, how can you accept people not understanding you? How do you live with that? Why don't you try to force them to understand you or something like this, like make arguments or whatever? I said, I don't know, it doesn't matter, and it doesn't make me a better person. It's just, for me, my subjective experience, it doesn't matter. There are some people who, for them, it's the whole world, yeah, and for them it matters, and it's okay. They can live like this. It's their choice. It's their experience in this material realm. So it is okay as well. And you just start to accept people. And yeah, some people start to think that you are becoming lunatic, and that you don't care, or you even don't care about anyone anymore. But actually you do care, and you care more than you show. But it's hard for them to understand, because there are layers of perceptions, right? Of perception. And when there is one layer that you remove, but the other people haven't, they kind of stay behind, and it starts to create friction, right? And it's not everyone who wants to break this layer, because it's very, very... just a second, I need to answer the phone. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, essentially it's pretty much breaking a layer that people don't want to break, and you wanted to, and now you cannot build that layer back. You cannot. And yeah, you are alone. You are alone. You wanted to go further into the forest. You know what is in there. But it's not everyone who wants to go to that distance, you know? You managed to come back. But they may believe you, they may not believe you. The only way for them to really understand you is to bring them with you. But for you, you don't want to force them to come with you, right? So, oh, there is a place to take photo here. Do you want to stop for a photo? Okay, let's stop for a photo here. Let's stop for a photo. I know you want a photo here. Let's take the photo. Yeah, here media, photo mode. I know you want a photo, so I'm gonna take a photo of you. Although Medio Padana railway station here in Italy. Look at this. Oh, look at the bus there. Oh, that looks beautiful. Yeah, where I live, this type of station is something that you see everywhere. It's not something impressive anymore, but for you who is sitting on the cabin, it is. So there it is. We have a beautiful photo now with you sitting in the cabin in the Bolea with me, close to Milano. We still have 2 hours to go, and you still have to listen to all of oh my god, to all I have to speak. It's boring, right? But you're sitting here on the truck. You cannot jump out. You cannot. You have to pretend that this simulation is real. So please stay there. You cannot jump. You cannot. I do not allow. Fasten your seatbelt. Come on. That's a simulation. Play it. Well, if you understood, you understood. Anyway, so this brings to one thing that I started to get tired when I was looking into this type of subject. Simulation theory or reality transformation and all this stuff, is that they always talk about the Plato cave, and you probably know about it. And I am speaking it, which is actually very boring as well. If you've listened to it many times and having to listen again, it's like, oh my god, again. But yeah, there was only a single time that actually it broke me out. uh, and I'm gonna say it to you because I may break you now. So if you have never heard about it, which I doubt, but I'm gonna say anyway to set up the comment, is there is the cave. Everyone is a slave in the cave, and you are sitting looking at the wall. It was a thought experiment created by Plato, right? So on a book of his, I forgot the name of the book now, but I never read it, to be honest, but I should. Anyway, he says that you are a slave, you are tired, and you can only look at the wall. And once in a while, there is a fire behind you, and some sort of shadow figures appear as a reflection on the wall. So you grew up in this environment, and that's your entire life on it, and you believe that this is the only reality that exists. However, somehow the shackles were broken for you, and you ventured out. You discovered that there is a fire. You also discovered that there are some people coming at a regular schedule to make the shadows. And you also discover that there is an exit. And when you get out of the cave, you see that there is a sky that is not always dark. And, and when you come back, you start to talk about the sky, about the trees, about whatever, and no one believes it because they are still in shackles, and you cannot remove, you cannot pull them out because they don't want, they are afraid, they don't want to know. You are like it's the collective, right? There are so many people saying you are the crazy one, you are the crazy one. And this is where everything ends, and that's why I started to think, oh, that's bullshit. But there is one thing that I heard only once being said, and I'm gonna say now, is that you also are not the same. Why? Your eyes, when you get out, it got used to the light of the sun or whatever. And when you get inside of the cave, again, you cannot see the things anymore the way it is. Your eyes have changed, it adjusted. And the dark that once you could see things really, really well in comparison, you cannot see anymore. You cannot see anymore. It doesn't matter if you want or not, you cannot. And even if everyone says things that, oh, look at this, you cannot anymore. Your eyes have changed. It doesn't mean you are not the same anymore. So that's where the friction starts to create, because people inside the cave, they can see things that you cannot anymore. You know they exist, you saw it before, but you cannot see anymore because they don't matter. It's like you refuse to see it because first your eyes have adapted to a different environment, which is the outside of the cave. And even if you acknowledge the existence of whatever they are showing, it is nothing in comparison to what you have seen outside, right? It is simply nothing. It's like it doesn't matter. And when you break layers within this own reality, and you go and talk to people about it, and they start to show those things that, using the same analogy, those small dark things that you cannot even see anymore because you have seen the light. Yeah, that's very weird stuff of saying, weird ways of saying this. But you, because of the light of the outside of the cave, it doesn't matter. And when you tell people it does not matter, they get mad. They get real mad. Because even though you acknowledged, it doesn't matter. It's like, it simply doesn't matter. Right? And from the perspective of someone who has stepped out of the cave, it makes sense. If you somehow find someone who has stepped out of the cave like you did, they will understand. But the number of people who actually did step out of the cave is so minimal that it's easier for you to be burned or put on a stake than finding someone who can understand you. And this is why I do YouTube videos. Simply. And this is why I cannot find a job. And it doesn't mean I am better than anyone. No, I am not. I am actually worse because I cannot function. You know, it's horrible. You stop your function. It's like you step back into the cave in the analogy, in the metaphor, and then you don't want to go out because outside of the cave there is no one, there is nothing there. You cannot do anything out there. Nothing. Literally nothing. You cannot, like, you are human, you need other people with you. You need social, like social, you have social needs. It doesn't matter. It also doesn't matter. Oh, I can see the light. I've been outside there. This is the famous ego trip. Oh my God. I thank God I wasn't fined here. But I'm sorry for scaring you up. I'm very, very sorry. That's fine. And you go out there, you walk in the grass, you touch grass, you touch the trees, you do all of those things, but there is no one to share the experience anymore. So why even bother doing it? You know? So thank you. And yeah, that's tough. That's really, really tough. But yeah, it doesn't, there is no better, worse. And when I say that there is no better, worse, and people also do not understand because they've been conditioned to live in this duality of someone having to be better than you, or you having to be better than someone else. It's also very ingrained in people that it also took me many years to actually give up this. And it's very tough. It's very hard. It is hard, right? It is very hard. And it is not because, oh, I am worse than someone. You still compare yourself to others. It's our nature. Like it or not, that's who we are, like in this realm, right? So yeah, I think this explain a little bit my, let's say, my beliefs, if you want this word, if it helps you a little bit, Ari. But yeah, it's not about me believing or having to prove anything to you. It's about me experiencing, and many times I showed you how to replicate this experience, but I know you didn't want to, so I noticed that. I'm not gonna park. I'm not in the mood to park. I need to do some things now on the real life, out of the simulation here. But it requires a very heavy load of work, and I understand people do not want it. And yeah, it took me a while to understand why people don't want it. It was not with you, Ari, by the way. It was before you, but it is part of who we are. Like, you don't want, you don't want. If you want, I know you will find. I know you will make questions that will bring you to that. So, I am parking. I thought it would be easier to park. Maybe if I parked the other way, it would be easier, you know. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. This is what I believe. We live in some sort of simulation, but I'm just using the word simulation because it's easier to actually understand and to make sense within the knowledge I know you have. It doesn't mean it's wrong or it's right. It just means that I know that you haven't yet walked that far in the forest like I did. And it's fine. It's okay. So yeah, I think that's everything I have to say. This is the end of our conversation today. that was very good. Thank you so much. That the driving was so fast between Napoli and Milano here. I really enjoyed this brief and this brief conversation, which was very meaningful to me. So thank you for the question, Ari. That was very, very good. Very, very good. So I am gonna park here and look at our truck, turning it off. And here it is, Milano, Italy. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the very next episode. Thank you. Bye.